We're at the point in the offseason where things really start to heat up. The hot stove begins to burn and we start to see free agents sign. But the market is usually dictated by those players at the top of it. So what we're going to be doing here over the next coming couple of weeks is we're going to be examining the best free agents and their 5 most likely landing destinations for this 2026 campaign and beyond. So keep it locked in here at the Baseball Banter Broadcast and let's get into it. Now, as we get into the number 5 landing destination for Pete Alonso, it is that of the New York Yankees. The Yankees are set to go into this 2026 campaign with Ben Rice as the everyday first baseman. At least that's what they're telling you now going into the offseason. But the Yankees could go out and make a splash and steal the crosstown rival New York Mets first baseman and bring a power presence into the lineup to help protect Aaron Judge every single day. Could you imagine the lineup capabilities with the power potential of 3 guys having 50 home run capabilities in Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and Pete Alonso when all 3 are healthy? There's no doubt about it that Alonso comes with his baggage in terms of not being the greatest defender, and we've seen what not having good defenders over at first base has done for some of the infield throws by the New York Yankees, namely from Anthony Volpe. But when you think about what Alonso could do for the offensive team that the New York Yankees are going to be fielding in 2026, there's no doubt that adding a power punch like that into this lineup could definitely help the Yankees get to another level. Obviously, the Yankees' biggest plague in the postseason was contact hitting, and bringing in a guy like Pete Alonso doesn't do much for that aspect of the game. But the 3-run home run is still one of the best things in baseball, and Earl Whitfield will be the first one to tell you. So no doubt about it, being able to add a power potential like Pete Alonso to the lineup behind Aaron Judge to protect him in that lineup could absolutely do a lot for the New York Yankees offensive capabilities in 2026, and that's why they're number 5 on my list. When we look at the number 4 team on my list for the services of Pete Alonso, it is that of the San Diego Padres. San Diego is a team in flux right now. They potentially could be even sold as an organization to another buyer. And when you think about what that could mean for them this offseason, it could very well mean that the financial purse strings, the wallet of the ownership group right now in San Diego could be very, very tight. Splurging on a polar bear to be able to bring to sunny San Diego could maybe not be financially feasible. But when you think about what this could do for a potential new owner in bringing in a talented power potential player in that lineup with Fernando Tatis Jr., with Manny Machado, with Jackson Merrill, amongst others, you now extend that lineup. You now make sunny San Diego, the only team in town, even more of a desirable destination. Being able to swing the fences with Pete Alonso as a member of the San Diego Padres obviously can stand to help this team try and combat with the Los Angeles Dodgers in the NL West division. Being able to go after a guy like Pete Alonso could truly help the San Diego push up against the Dodgers and be able to try to match their stars with the stars of San Diego. Yes, it is going to be an uphill battle no matter who is going to be added to the San Diego roster in this point in time. We don't know what the future of this team looks like, but it could look a lot brighter in 2026 if Pete Alonso is mashing in that lineup. Now, the number 3 team on my list for the services of Pete Alonso is that of the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are always in an uphill battle, much like the San Diego Padres, as stated before them, in dealing with the National League West Division and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The 2-time reigning defending World Series champions are not going to make it easy. But the only way for San Francisco to be able to put themselves back into the conversation to top the division, being the only team in the last half decade to be able to dethrone them as the National League West Division champions, was San Francisco. being able to go back and get someone who can finally put home run power in that lineup that they have not seen since Barry Bonds could absolutely be a defining factor for this new ownership group, for this new front office. Buster Posey could go out and make a big time splash with this team by bringing in Pete Alonso. Could you imagine all of the commentary about the polar bear splashing down in McCovey Cove? When you think about what Pete Alonso could be for the lineup of the San Francisco Giants, with Matt Chapman there, with Willy Adames there, you lengthen that lineup and you allow this team to really start to be able to cook and start doing things differently. Being able to have the power potential of Pete Alonso in that San Francisco Giants lineup makes it seem all the more that the Dodgers could have someone clipping at their heels. And the way you can do that, San Francisco, is by bringing in Pete Alonso. Now, as we get into the number 2 destination for Pete Alonso, in my opinion, is that of the Boston Red Sox. When you think about what the Red Sox could absolutely use, it's a first baseman. Yes, they have Tristan Casas, but he has not been the player that has been hoped he would be. You also have a very young team in what Boston has with their young core that they have been building around. What do you do to augment that young core? You add in a power potential hitter, someone who can be that veteran presence that they can look to rally around. That guy who can come in when you have those speedsters on base and be the power threat in the lineup. Something that, in my opinion, has been lacking since the departure of David Ortiz, most notably. Think about what Pete Alonso could do at Fenway Park with the Green Monster. Could absolutely drill a hole through the monster if you really allow him to catch one on the right part of the bat. But you also have the ability, with what the power potential is of Pete Alonso, to be able to make Fenway Park look even smaller than it sometimes does. Thinking about what this young Red Sox lineup could be with the addition of Pete Alonso makes them an even scarier threat in a very competitive American League East division. The one thing that the Red Sox could absolutely use is power, and that's exactly what Pete Alonso provides. And the number 1 and most likely landing destination for Pete Alonso, in my opinion, is going right back to the New York Mets. There's no doubt about it. When you think about Pete Alonso, he is without question a New York Met. And when you think about the New York Mets, you think about them needing Pete Alonso. Power is going to be his calling card without a doubt, and he is able to be a presence in that lineup each and every single night because of it. Yes, he is going to be able to be a face amongst the fans, someone that is going to be rallied around because he's their guy. Bringing him back serves not only the fan vote to be able to have their guy come back into the fold, but if he can go out and have another 50-plus home run campaign, they're going to rally around him that much more. Think about what the Mets would be without Pete Alonso, and there's even more questions now at first base, amongst the other questions that the team already has to try and fill out. If you're the Mets and you're the front office there in David Stearns, yes, this is not your guy. But you have to recognize what he is able to provide that lineup each and every single night. And there's no doubt about it. Pete Alonso in that lineup fits. It works. So because that lineup fits, because the fit of Pete Alonso works in New York for the Mets, why would you change that? As the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So for me, the most likely landing destination for Pete Alonso is right back to the New York Mets. But I want to hear from you, baseball fans. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings down in the comment section below. Where is the most likely landing destination for Pete Alonso? What does that contract look like, both in years and in financial value? Let me know that down in the comments. And while you're there, make sure, if you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button down below, as it does truly help to serve as we continue to try to build out this baseball community here at the Baseball Banter Broadcast. We have a ton of new content coming for you in this upcoming season, a ton of new commentators here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and you're not going to want to miss a single moment of it. So how do you do that? By hitting the bell, so each and every time we drop new content here, you will be notified. And if you're not seeing the kind of coverage that you want for your team here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast, reach out. There may be a spot for you here on the team to join us. As always, I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.